On today's episode, wow, we got the first bottle haul ever that I did on this channel. I'm gonna combine June and July. So yeah, I go with the name of, let's get into this. I go by the name of Lord, let's review some whiskey. And we're back. Like I said, the intro, this is the first bottle haul of the channel. If you want to see more of these in the future to come, go ahead, please hit that good old subscribe button. Every subscriber counts on this journey. All right, get into it. Like I mentioned, we're combining June and July. July and June. Anyway, coming up first, we got the Barrel Craft Bourbon, finished in Mizunara. Woo, woo. Now this one, I will say, I've been waiting on this one for a while. I actually like Mizunara oak. Mizunara oak comes from Japan, and I have another one that's finished in Mizunara oak. It's actually this one, actually, I believe. This was the case study one from Frank August, and this came out last year. This right here, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, so this one is coming straight from Barrel Craft Spirits. It's the first batch they did. This was aged 6 years, coming in at 116.42 proof. Super worth it. As you see, I went ahead and partaked in this. This is really good. Highly recommend this one. Let's keep the show going. All right, second one. Don't judge me. This is Good Times. I don't know if you can see it, it was blurry. It's Good Times, the cigar batch. This is a store pick. I kind of like cigar batches and cigar blends, so I'm always curious, and I will always pick them up from different companies just to try them, even if it's whack. If I don't like it, I'll definitely give it to somebody or pour it in a cocktail. But this is from Good Times. This is coming in at 110 proof, and this is their barrel strength, and this is finished in Oloroso sherry cask, right? Cognac and Armagnac cask. So this is Good Times. So this one I picked up as well. That wasn't one I was like looking or hunting for in particular. I just came across it and I was like, that seems interesting. Why not? Another cigar blend is from Old Elk. Now this is my second one from Old Elk that's a cigar blend or a cigar cut, but this one in particular is the island version, and this one is coming in at a whopping 111.7 proof, and this is with finished in port barrels, Sauternes, pretty sure I'm saying that word wrong, sherry, and rum barrels. Haven't opened up this one yet, but I'm super interested to see what it tastes like. I actually like Old Elk's Greg Metz is the distiller there, and he's been putting together some great bottles. The weedy ones are pretty good, and the 4-grain ones are pretty good as well. But they also do a lot of finishing casks and like cognac, Armagnac, port, sherry, and things like that. And they also do an affinity blend at the end of the year, which is like kind of like their annual release. So those are pretty good too as well. So yeah, that's that one. All right, next we got another Old Elk. Now this one was a 7-year store pick, single barrel, and this is coming in at 119.9. Same thing. I actually like Old Elk, so every time I see a bottle of Old Elk, I can't help myself to pick it up. Actually, I'm gonna pour myself a drink of this right now. Let me know in the comments if you ever had Old Elk before, and if you like Old Elk, and you know, what's the vibe? There we go. So shout out Greg Metz. Just a little bit, that's all I need. So, Old Elk, 7-year, another haul right here. Get you some Old Elk. Coming up next, we have the Blood Oath Pack number 10. Actually, this was my second to last video. I'll link it right here that I did a review on. This is pretty good. This is coming out of Lux Row, and this is 98.6 proof. Yep, 98.6 proof, I believe. And this was finished in Cabernet Franc and Merlot cask. Now, this one I wasn't necessarily looking for either. I just randomly saw it. My honey hole had it, and I was like, if I don't get this now, I probably won't be able to get it. I don't have any other blood oaks, and this is their 10th anniversary bottle, so I was like, why not? So here we are. Moving right along. As you saw in the Pursuit episode that I made, this is the double oak, the one I've waited almost 2 months to get. I'm still on the fence about it as it's been opening up. It has been, you know, a decent pour. It's not bad, I'll put it like that. But the more it's opening up, I'm appreciating it a little bit more. So this one is coming in at 108, and this is basically their double oak expression of the Pursuit United bourbons. So yeah, shout out to them. Next, we have the one that I randomly got hit up about, also in the video from a new pour, is the Rock Hill Farms. And this is from Buffalo Trace. And yeah, I think personally this is the Blanton's killer, in my opinion. This is coming in at 100 proof. Super worth it. And secondary, I can't really vouch for that. But as is retail, it is a really good pour. Better than Blanton's, in my opinion. And the last one from June, also did a review on this one. We got Little Book. This is Chapter 8, The Path Not Taken. This is basically the Bourye blend with the 18-year-old bourbon in it and a bunch of different rye mash bills and things like that. This is actually pretty good. I highly recommend definitely pick this one up if you don't have any little books in your collection. This is pretty good. I'm trying to, you know, nurse this one slow because I only got one bottle, but highly recommend this one, Little Book Chapter 8. Wow. Now, with that said, that was June. We're gonna get into July. And yeah. Boom. So yeah, so this was June. We're about to get into July. I would say, I'll be honest, the only one I was honestly hunting for was the double oak. Like I said, for the most part, a few of these, actually I lied, the double oak and the Mizunara, hands down. And you know, usually when I come across an interesting old elk, I have to get it. And a little book if it makes sense, you know. In good times, I know everybody's, you know, reservations on that. I haven't opened it, but I will review it and I would see if it lives up to what everybody's have talked about or dissed about. So yeah, so let's get into July. Let me go ahead and reset this and boom. All right, getting into July. Now in July, actually, I did have a few that I was hunting. Now, these weren't ones that necessarily came out in July, but they released earlier in the year and I just stumbled across it and I was like, what hell, here we are. First off, I would say, got a video coming up soon. This is from one of my favorite craft distilleries. Actually, I have a few favorite craft distilleries. My top personal favorite one is Kings County out in New York. I just love the profile all day. Have a few of their expressions. Went to the distillery when I was out there. Pretty good. And then my second one is Frey Ranch coming out of Nevada. Now, folks, if you come across any Frey Ranch offering, whether it's like the standard offering or the uncut, which is basically a proofed up version of what they offer, kind of like barrel version, they're pretty good. These store picks though, these store picks are like a wild ride. They all vary from basically barrel to barrel, and I thoroughly enjoy them. This one right here is 124.16 proof. This is good. I would recommend you explore different craft distilleries. You might be surprised in the taste and you might find something you like. So yeah, so like I said, this was just a store pick. This wasn't nothing that was on the bourbon calendar. This was just something I went in, they had it, and I was like, of course, I love Frey Ranch, why not? here we are. Moving right along, we got the first Elijah Craig batch barrel proof that I brought of the year. For the most part, I have a lot of them from the last few years, all A, B, and C, except for I was not able to get the C batch from 2023. So this is B524, and this is coming in at 130.6. And already, as you see, have started to partake in this. This is pretty good. It's sitting on the shelf. I always feel the A's and the B's sit on the shelf for a while, and usually when the C batch drops, everybody just goes crazy, and then that's like the one that's like the best of the year, because usually the proof is higher, or they hold back, you know, certain barrels to make it kind of like, damn, this is actually worth it. But spoiler alert, I got 2 of these. So yeah, so this is the one I've opened, and then another one is bunkered. And cool thing about this, so they did remove the age expressions from these. These used to be like a standard 12. Now, you know, they range in different years. Some are younger or maybe older, but this one in particular is 11 years and 2 months. So yeah, that's that one. Moving right along, we got, now this one wasn't hunting. I just saw it and it sat, and then I was like, yeah, I don't know. And then I was just like, you know what, let's go ahead and just do that, just to see the hype's about. So this one won Fred Minnick's Best Bourbon of the Year, his Ascot Awards. This is the Smoke Eye Hill Barrel Proof Bourbon. Now this one is coming from Colorado. Is with blue corn, and this is distilled in Lawrenceburg. So you go ahead and fill in the blank on who distilled this, but this aged in a warehouse by Smoke Eye Hill in Colorado. I actually opened it up this last night. This is coming in at 131.4. It is young, but I would say honestly, this is pretty good. This would be comparable, I would say, I know this is supposed to be the George T. Stag Killer. I can't vouch for it yet because I haven't opened up the George T. Stag that I have, but I would say if you are looking for something that could compete with a Stag Junior, which I have tried, proof point wise, this is it. With this being younger, you know, it has like a little bite to it, but also there's like a fruity element to this as well that I like. I wouldn't necessarily compare this to the Elijah Craig barrel proofs, because those are just like next row, but I would say neck and neck. This could compete with the Stag Junior, and I wouldn't necessarily make this compete with like a 1792 full batch. I mean 1792 full proof, or like any other bottom shelf full proof bourbons, because this is a beast. So they do vary from batch to batch proof wise, and I don't necessarily know this batch, but like I said, this particular one is 131.4. Super good, Smoke Eye Hill. And we're almost down to the end. Thank you for hanging around. Now this one, as you all know, I do like American whiskeys. I like my bourbons. However, I got my journey started with Scotch. And now I'm really into like Islay Scotches, very peaty, smoky Scotches. This one is the Lagavulin 11. And this is the Offerman edition, finished in Caribbean rum cask. This one I was looking for since like, I think like springtime. And it finally came available in my area. I didn't really want to do the whole secondary thing for this, because I was like, it's not a crazy bottle. I know when it releases, I can go find it on the shelf. As you see, I partaked in it. This though right here, amazing. If you like an Islay Scotch and you like it kind of finished sometimes with like a fruity profile taste, the Caribbean rum cask is where it's at. And this one is coming in at 46 ABV, and this is really good. I've had the other ones. I've had the charred oak and the one finished in Guinness. The Guinness one is really good too, but this is interesting right here, and I believe this one would be a great introduction to Islay Scotches for someone who may be turned off with the smokiness, because it's a little tamed down. Like, it's in there, but it's not like in your face in there. So that's that one. So the last one we got, this one I had before, and I was like, it'll probably be a while before I get another one, because Yeah, because it just went like that. I was like, not paying that. This is the Joseph Magnus cigar blend. As you know, it's a bunch of cigar blends in these releases. And in particular, this is batch 288. And this is coming in at a whopping around, let's just say 121 proof. And I haven't opened up this yet, only because I have another one opened and I kind of want to save this until the other one's gone. So yeah, I really do enjoy the Joseph Magnus cigar blends. Shout out to Nancy Frayling. And they've been really good. They've been really good. So the one I do have that I've been nursing slow, and shit, I got two. The dumbest thing in the world. This is batch 68. So this came out many moons ago. And as you see, this is good. But yeah, I share these with certain people when they come over. Let me know in the comments if anything that you've been searching for, I found it in the in the last 2 months, or if there's anything that you've been on a hunt for that you can't find, or you just like, I found the bottle that I've been looking for. So if you like this one, go ahead, drop me a like, comment, and subscribe. And like I always say at this time, folks, cheers, salute, Sante, Kobe, and all that jazz.